Hello. It's 12:35 and I just finished my lunch. As you can see, we got a bit more snow because the escape hatch has snow on it. So yeah, I'm glad I emptied my compost bin yesterday because there's a lot of snow in the yard today. Wouldn't want to have to go out there. Did the ear thing this morning with Mimi, and this time she says, "Do you mind if I just go in and get that out?" I went, "Okay." What this stuff has been doing is softening up the wax buildup in my ear. Why that's happened, I am not sure, because I don't have a wax buildup in this ear. I mean, your ears are supposed to produce wax and then it's supposed to come out naturally. I don't ever poke anything in my ears. I don't know, but this ear plugged up, seriously. Anyway, the stuff that she got out of there just by reaching in and pulling it out with tweezers carefully, I have never seen anything like that in my life. To think that that was sitting in my ear. Oh, just grosses me out. Not really, but I'm just flabbergasted. I don't know what this is. So anyway, whatever. It's better. I said, "Am I speaking too loudly or something? Because it sounds different." Holy smokes, I am so glad I went to the doctor and had him look and had him say yes and started working on this, because it freaks me out. Now, Mimi is a Korean, and Koreans have different type of ear wax. They don't have wax. They've got, it's not moist, it's dry. So they have powder stuff that comes out of their ears. So it's totally different. She says, "I'm really curious to see what the baby is going to have. Is the baby going to have dry ears or wet ears?" But yeah. So I'm going to shower and make sure that the shampoo gets in my ears, which is how I clean my ears, which you're not supposed to do. You're just supposed to keep them, the outside of them, clean and not do anything with the inside. I listened to my doctor, but this is something totally different. Anyway, it's annoying and upsetting and alarming. I don't know what else. As is the state of the world. The state of the world is alarming right now. People are even talking about being worried about invasion, which is what I said many months ago that I was worried about. I know, we all say, "How could this happen? This is such, life has been so peaceful. Why are you changing things?" You know, it's been, well, my parents went through a war. Things change very quickly. This shouldn't surprise me. But of course it does, because I've had a whole lifetime of getting used to living at peace. Tanner didn't have breakfast this morning. I've had to, I put it aside and gave it back to him a couple of times, and now he's finally finished it. But he just went back to bed. I don't know what's up with that, but Tanner didn't have breakfast this morning, Ellie. You finished your breakfast and he didn't finish it. No, he did not finish his breakfast. Anyway, I don't know what's up with my computer. Why are you not going to sleep? Really weird. There we go. I hit the wrong corner, I guess. Yeah. So another thing that Tanner, yeah, it's Tanner. He wakes me up every morning at 5:30, 5:35. My alarm is set for 6 o'clock. Why are you waking me up a half an hour early? Why? I really want to know. What use do you have to get up at 5:30? Is there somebody in the neighborhood that, I mean, Ellie doesn't. She stays at the foot of the bed. She doesn't get up. Why is Tanner getting up at 5:30 every morning? Thus making me wake up and go, oh, I'll go to the washroom, and it's only half an hour to 6. Not much point in going back to bed. Or back to sleep. I go back to bed. As I have mentioned before, I go back to bed and I go to the washroom, I wash my face, I have my glass of water, and then I go back to bed. And I finish my connections and my Wordle and my first game of solitaire. Absolutely. Yeah, Toronto has had a massive snowfall. Cities have trouble with massive snowfalls. I remember living in Montreal, and the machines that came through the street removing the snow, because you can't just shovel it, you have to take it out. So they came through and blew the snow into a dump truck in order to clear the roads. Yeah. We have not had quite that much snow. Well, my son, he plowed the driveway this morning. He got to work an hour late, which is another thing. I never missed. I was never late for work. It rubs me the wrong way. Get up earlier and shovel and get to work on time. Come on. But that's none of my business. My time of teaching my child is done. Anyway, yeah, so he cleared the snow, and the snowplow came by while he was still home, and then they only plowed one side of the road. Someone on Facebook was complaining about it, saying, hey, Zora Township, what's with the snow clearing? Get with it.